I saw a post on social media today where someone was asking who's the better DJ, one who can beat mix well or one who can scratch well. Now, immediately I'm thinking to myself, this is a very freshman type of question to even ask. But for the sake of just throwing up a video, let's examine this a little closer. And to do this, I think what we need to do is step out of our DJ bubble for a minute and look at another art form, like painting. Now, I'm not a real big art guy, but I know who Pollock is, and Herring, and Basquiat, and we'll even go with Warhol. Now, they're all different artists, but they all kind of do abstract stuff. And you may look at their work and say to yourself, this stuff is amazing. Wow, look at this. I'm going to stare at this for hours. This is my favorite painting. I'm going to hang it on my wall at home, if you could afford to. Others may look at these pieces of work and think to themselves, this is childish doodling. I have a 3-year-old niece who could do better than this. You know, that may or may not be true, but point being is, regardless of how you personally feel about what they did and how they did it, they found an audience, and their paintings are worth a lot of money. Not always while they were alive. Most of them are worth more after they're dead, but it doesn't matter. They have an audience. Somebody was feeling what they were doing. Now, there may have been a painter out there who was technically better, but they didn't go anywhere. Their stuff ended up in the garbage. No one ever heard of them. The end. But for some reason, someone was feeling what these artists were doing, and because of that, they became quite famous and their paintings became very valuable. How about singers? Now, Freddie Mercury has been the talk for the last year. The movie came out. Some people really liked the movie. Some people didn't really like the movie, but I think it was a pretty good movie. People will say that Freddie Mercury is one of the best singers of all time, if not the best. Now, I'm going to go with that. He's pretty darn good. I also really enjoy George Michael. I think he had a great voice. Pete Burns from Dead or Alive had an amazing voice. And a lot of people kind of think of him as the tabloid guy that he was in his later years and all the plastic surgery and all that stuff. But if you go back to the 80s and the music he was doing, his voice was absolutely incredible. Strong, powerful, beautiful voice. And I liked his songs. Now, for female artists, a lot of people say that, you know, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, those two right there, best female singers of all time. You may go one way or the other. I'm the weirdo, and I like Donna Summer better. I think she's got a better voice than both of them. Now, her range may not be quite the same, but I like her voice, and I like the control of her voice. But, you know, the voices may not matter as much as the material they were singing. Let's face it. You know, if a person like Freddie Mercury was singing some bullshit nobody cared about, we would have never heard of him. Had to have a great song behind it and a great band behind him. When, you know, Brian May and the boys writing with him and playing with him, that made a big difference. So the song is good, and the vocals are good, and a wide audience is feeling it. Very famous band. If the vocals were good, yet the songs weren't so good, and nobody was really feeling the songs, then we would have never heard of this guy. We wouldn't be talking about him today, let alone making movies about him or paying to go see the movie. So, what is all this rambling about? Sorry, but what I'm trying to say is that the technique is one thing, but it really has to do a lot with the other parts. Are you a great beat mixer? Are you playing songs that anybody wants to hear? Is anybody feeling your sets besides yourself? Those are the questions that I think we need to ask ourselves, whether we're mixing or scratching or just radio mixing back and forth, fading in and out. Are we playing anything that anybody wants to hear? Have we gained an audience? Now, don't get me wrong, DJing is an art form, and if you're at home being a hobby DJ and doing what you love, do whatever you want and focus on that technique. If you're a performance DJ, you have an audience in front of you, your audience better feel your mix, better feel your programming, your material, regardless as to how you deliver it. Whether you're technically great or not, you gotta have good material. Call it programming. Anyway, quick vlog. That's it. Hope it made some sense. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Practice and enjoy.